morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another week on the stream. What is up? What is up? Hope everybody had a great weekend. We are back. We are ready. Another week of opportunity. Will it be a good week? We don't know yet, but the opportunity is going to be there. So today, what is today? July 18th, Monday, July 18th. So we're already halfway through July. July's had its ups, July's had its downs, but hopefully this week will give us a good week. What's up, Discipline? What's up, Scott B? Good morning, Fernurky. How's it going? Making Sales, how's it going, buddy? Chris, good morning. Let's get some tunes going. You guys have a good weekend? I'm just going to leave it like this. So, hold on.
10.
I don't know why this keeps doing this. My camera is zoomed out again. There we go.
DNN.
I had a great weekend, and I didn't really do a whole lot, so that was good for me. I mean, we hung out at the house, got some stuff done. We went out for my, I guess I could call it sister-in-law. It's my wife's my wife's brother's wife. That's my sister-in-law too, right? Jordan, that's in the chat. We went out for her birthday. And yeah, that's about all I did over the weekend. But it was a good weekend. It was a nice recharge the battery weekend. But yeah, it was good. What's up, Daya? Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Jonathan, how's it going?
EXK.
Roy choked it up. Last round of the Open. Oh, that sucks. Chris, yeah, it was good. It was a great weekend. Hottest temp here in the UK, 95 plus. Over the weekend, oh my God, it wasn't even that hot here. I think maybe one day it was 80 and the next day it was like 75. Like, it wasn't even that hot. It was kind of cloudy and overcast. Not really a hot day at all here. Both days. Anything going on? You guys trade anything yet? Hey, Jordan. Good morning. I saw Friday after I left, a couple things decided to continue on. I think SIGA went higher. A couple other things went higher. The overall market is higher this morning. We're coming up on the top of that channel that we've been talking about for weeks and weeks now. So let's flip on over, see what we got going on. UK homes don't have air conditioning. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sucks. So when we went up to the Cape Cod, a lot of the houses there don't have AC. So it's common in the Northeast too to not have AC, and it gets really hot there sometimes in the summer. It gets up to, 80s, 90s, just like anywhere else on a hot day in the summer. So yeah, they need fans and like window ACs and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fine to not have AC when most of the time like it gets up to the 70s or maybe 80s, but once it gets into the 90s, and usually it gets into the 90s at least a few times everywhere. Maybe not like northern Alaska or northern Canada, but somewhere in the world it's going to get hot, and I feel like AC just should be normal now in every household. But I guess still some it doesn't really matter as much. But it's hot here in Virginia. It's been in the 90s in May before, and it's been in the 90s in September before. So May through September, there's potential for it to be extremely hot. So back on to a little bit of topic of what the whole stream's about here. SPY is coming up on our test that we've been talking about forever and ever and ever. And now I can actually draw in this bottom horizontal line at around 374, or 373, I mean. Yeah, it gets humid here too. You said West Virginia is very humid. Yeah, it gets like gross humid here. And I know like Arizona and those places get into the hundreds, but it's more of a drier heat. And I've never experienced that type of heat. Like I've never experienced 110 but being dry. So I don't know if it's like worse than say 90 and it being so humid you can't breathe. I always compare it to an indoor swimming pool. When I go outside and I feel like I get wet immediately and like it's just gross. I hate it. So you said ADN. Been popping on some news this morning. So let's check that out. Looks like it's been run on a daily. I think we traded this a couple weeks ago.
B.
So ADN announces its green high pro project under the framework of important projects of common European interest hydrogen. Official ratification. Okay, so that's a mouthful. So their project is getting funding, I'm guessing. It's the way that I'm breaking this down. So their project got funding.
NBRV.
Has some daily range to 360, 375 to 4. Yeah, it's hanging out in this range right here. It's at the 320s. So 325 was a daily close. 340 was a daily close. A couple daily closes. And then above that, moves on towards 350 and 4. 90 with humidity is worse than dry 110. Yeah, I figured. That just sounds... I mean, dry 110 just feels like, maybe like a heat lamp, on you. Of course, it's hot and it'll burn you, but I can't imagine, even 100 in high humidity. I don't even think I could survive outside. You can't breathe. Pat's looking good on the daily. Okay. Yep. Double inside bar. Hanging above the 20 on the daily. Hanging above 250. Volume is decreasing off, but it did have that first big volume day with 2 smaller green days after. So it could be that liquidity setup. Like they can't get it to go any lower, so it's going to blow the top off. Through 340s. Above that, there's a gap to, and there's different schools of thought with a gap. Do you take it to the wick? Do you take it to the body? But there's a gap to 5-ish over 350, 375. Yeah, that sounds terrible, Jonathan. 90 degrees and humidity insanely high because you're working around water. So QD is the top gainer today. Appreciate you guys being here so early on a Monday morning. We're getting back in the groove, getting things going again. So QD had a food progress report this morning. It's a Chinese company, okay?
APRE.
Okay, cool. There's one, I think IINN has a daily setup, right? So look at this. That looks like a liquidity setup as well. If it can break through 275.
10.
And this one continues to get news too. It's had news like 2 or 3 different days. but it's just stuck between 2 and 250 right now. Yeah, I don't know why Siga and Veru are on the same, like, they look almost identical. And I was talking about that in the video I did yesterday, the time frame video, which is, it's now live on the channel. I went over the different time frames, kind of what you look for in each time frame. What up, Broda? Yeah, but Siga and Veru look very, very similar. There's Siga. And there's Veru. Very similar.
TMF.
EVTL, you think has a chance from Friday news? Okay, let's pull it up. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yep. Yeah, it's up. It's up 12% today already. Okay. So it's 8:14. Maybe some news will come out at 8:15. Nothing running actively at the second that I see.
You.
Oh my gosh, eye lag. So I had this one on Friday. Where was it? I think right here. I think I picked it up right here because it was a it was like a recent IPO and USEA was running, which was kind of a sort of a new IPO. It was a spinoff, and just to get like sympathy volume off of it. I think I had it here and sold like right here, so I got like 20 cents out of it. But then after hours, somebody started slapping it and they sent it up to 3, and this morning it's already hit almost 340. Did I say what's up to you, Broda? Sorry if I didn't. I think I did. What's up? Yeah, ADN doing something. I don't know why my chart looks so weird. 8. Very low volume on ADN. 4 million total for the day. 4.5 million. But like this 5-minute candle's got 60K volume. He's trying though. Rev B. I've been watching Rev B. I've kept that on my watch list ever since it ran the first time. It's still in this range on the daily. Whoops. It's got that look to it as well. There you go. There's your sending. So that could happen today. Today is probably either the fail day or the push day. On Rev B. So yeah, Rev B, INN, and Pets.
WPRT.
And these are more than likely plays that will happen after the bell, guys. So the pre-market action really is not going to matter that much unless it has news. Hold on just a second, I'll be right back.
ADN 10. RMED.
All right. GOEV today. They did a multi-PR pump job. I'm guessing they want to offer. Yeah. GoAb and freaking EVGO, both of them. But yeah. Had that first day. Came down and had the PR again. Ran. And it's still holding up. Tweezer top on the daily at 5. With an inside bar on Friday. Maybe. Maybe. Push through right here. A few different setups today. I just want to see good price action. I mean, whoa. Head rest fell off. It's all good, you know, to have all these chart setups, but if the price action is absolutely horrendous on every single one, then it's going to be difficult to trade regardless of the setup. What's up, Davin? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. SWVL looking real tempting on the daily. Maybe wait a few days. Yeah, let's look at it. SWVL. Yeah, it's what is this, an IPO or a D-SPAC? One of the two. This is the 2022 ascending triangle here. Beautiful ascending with 7 being the breakout level. Kind of looks like a Rev B does today. Beautiful, beautiful. Time for the breakout. Death. And then death on top of death on top of death. 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 But yeah, it's really sold off now, so it will have a bounce day eventually somewhere, but it's going to be hard to anticipate this one. There's no EMAs, there's no support, there's no nothing. You're just down in no man's land, just kind of waiting for things to happen. But really nice picture perfect ascending triangle here, and it did the huge. Yeah, it's pretty oversold though. Looks like it did that right out the gate too, and then had its run, and then sold off some more, had its pop. So this is the pattern for this stock. It sells off hard, has a run for a few days, sells off hard, has a run for a few days, sells off hard. So, I mean, you might get a little bit here if something happens, but it's gonna be hard to predict something like that. Hey, Snacks, what's up, man? Good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you.
JRSH.
GOEB has earnings on the 22nd. Okay, cool. It's good to know.
ADN
ADN still screwing around. Still very low volume.
10,
What happened to EVFM? Did that one finally just give up?
10,
Down to 78 cents now.
10,
This one had potential to really blow the top off, and it never did. Just too heavy, I guess.
10,
On EVFM, you're talking about 75 cents. TANH getting
TMF,
front loaded, I guess. I can't really tell. Is there any news on that? Nope. Actually, yep. Earnings. 30% increase in revenue, 133% increase in gross profit. So, relatively decent news for TANH.
10, 10,
How do I know when something looks good for a daily bounce? So usually I will go off of daily specific levels. And this thing, I mean, if you look at the daily prior to that birth control craze run, it had just sold straight off and was down to 32 cents. Now, did it have a PR?
AXU,
I think it did end up having like a PR or so, but 78 here, or 79 is the 50 SMA. You would want that to hold on the daily. If it, completely gets destroyed, I would say wait and see if the end of today holds over the 50 SMA. If it doesn't, I mean, it's got room all the way back down to where it started. It's got a gap to fill to 37 cents. And sure, you could get a bounce at 50 or whatever, but this chart's looking like a straight up, straight down type move so far. I mean, look at the history of the chart. It's sold off since it started. Has a couple runs, sells off, has a couple runs, sells off, has a couple runs, sells off. So that's just the nature of EVFM. If it was a lower float, it would already, went to 2 or over 2. So 8:30 news here in about 2.5 minutes. Yes, it's potentially. So if it holds above 79 50 SMA today, I think tomorrow has a potential of a little bit of a run. Kind of like how we did Redbox a few weeks ago. Do you remember this day? It came down to here, and I was talking about, okay, this just shredded the 200. If it hammers back above the 50 and closes above the 50, this might be an ad zone for Redbox for a trade. And then the next day, it ran from 7 to 870 or something. After that, it ended up failing and pushing lower. But you see this hammer on the 50, especially after a big sell-off, kind of like what EVFM's doing, then you might get a bounce. and it's not guaranteed. EVFM, did they not get their compliance? Should have been 10 days over $1, wasn't it? Oh, I guess not. Almost. It was right at compliance.
TUYA.
Yeah, they usually don't have a reverse split that fast. What was the flow to this? So this actually had a reverse split back in May, a 1 for 15. So this was the heaviest stock on the market. Unless it just had, okay, so actually it went from 187 million to 12 million. And then ever since then, they've diluted so much that they're already back to where they were. Wow. That's ugly. Actually, hold on, let me look at this news. ATNF had a offering. SGBX had news too, but it's usually a really thin one. And SFAT had a little fluffy PR. Hey Gerard, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody being here this morning. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for contributing to the chat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think SGBX had a PR on Friday, and this is what it did.
10.
First 5-minute candle went to 240, sold all the way back off to the beginning. Next 5-minute candle below where the first buy was, and then it didn't do anything. Yeah, actually, I was talking about that in the video I made yesterday, too. Redbox is coming up on another daily level, $4. So $4 was, well, 375 to 4 here, but it was resistance here. It was resistance here, which it finally broke through. It was the level that it broke down below when it first had that news of it was getting acquired by Chicken Soup Entertainment. And then it flagged here at 4 and broke through. So 4 is going to be the next level to watch for a bounce on Redbox. So I can actually draw that in here. Yeah, Kramer is ringing the bell today. What did it say? The last time he did was in 2018. I think I remember that. Or was it 2015? I read it yesterday. Last time he did SPY went down 1.7% or something. Hey Jack, what's up? My biggest position is cash right now, and that is how I've kept it all year. I will day trade. I have not held anything overnight. I will not swing anything. I will not touch anything. So anything more than, say, 10-minute trade right now to me is a swing. Anything more than 30-minute is a long-term swing. Anything overnight is not happening.
TSS.
The inconsistency, the volatility, the trash action, not even going to risk it. I don't like risking it for 10 minutes, let alone overnight. Yeah, I like pushing back up. I would love if it changed soon, but I mean, if I pull out my crystal ball, I'd love to see what day it changes. But it's been trash for a very, very long time. I think November of last year was the last like decently good month. December was trash. January was trash. February was trash. March was okay, which is usually March Madness. March is usually absolutely insane, and it was just okay this year. And then back to April trash, May trash. June last month was okay, and then this month has been slow again. So this whole year has just been a wash. It's been terrible. But yeah, I like pushing up towards 320. Yeah, I used to overnight things. I used to swing things up to a catalyst, but that's not the market for it. There's no such thing as a swing. I don't even remember the last time I even thought about swinging something. It's been forever. This market is like the movie Groundhog Day. It's just never ending nonsense. Okay, so this was up to a 320 test, ready for a potential breakout and drop down to 310. Let's see if that gets bought up. It did. That got bought up a little bit right there off of 310. $15K bidder, interesting. I don't think there's even a potential for things to get better, at least in the small cap land, until late September to October. Like if we just have to survive, chill in, we have to coast, and maybe make just a very, very small amount. What's up, Berkey? What's up? Good morning, man. AFIB. Yeah, it's a weird one, but yeah, could be, I guess. Through 120 is what it needs. 122, okay. Yeah, 122. Yeah, it's a little bit strange looking one, but I agree. It's got the setup. So lag looking like it's not gonna go. Right now at least.
SOPA.
Straight up to 320, straight back down to 310.
APYX.
I'm interested, I guess, a little bit if it can hold the 310 level here. Yeah, RHE on the daily has been doing some stuff lately, making sales.
Load.
Had that first big run day out of nowhere, and then it's been kind of wicking up, pushing higher every day. So it's got potential here.
NCPL.
Maybe that 310 was the entry there on iLag. What's up, AC? Good morning, man. Good morning.
10.
Good to see you. SPY pulling back just a little bit. It's still up 0.71%. Where'd the volume go? 873 volume on this 5 minute.
AMP.
No volume, no break.
SGBX.
Ooh. A little bit of volume there. See if it comes right back down. Yep. Okay, but 320 now, 321. Just got a little bit 321. Okay, 322. There we go. So big ass 324. Scaled another 1,000. I'm not screwing around in pre-market. Take my gains when I see them. 324 is getting hit. 4K left on the ask. 325 showed its face for a second. Okay, we got some selling pressure. 324. So I tried to get 5,000. I got a partial fill. Most of it filled though. 4,700 shares. I have scaled out some already just because we are in the year that we are in, and a 10-cent gain is insane right now. So showing some resistance at 325. I'm gonna try to hold these little bit of shares left. Want to see this maybe close a 5 minute over 320 would be great, but if we can push back through 325,
GOEV.
this thing's got the range on the daily. I was watching on Friday, and I thought it was going to go Friday, but it didn't. So let me show you guys the daily real quick. This is the daily on iLag. IPO'd at like $25, sold off to 6 this day, sold off to 2 this day, and then Friday it didn't go lower. So I guess that's why it's bouncing. So it's got the room. I think the float's somewhat low too. So I'm gonna sell this last little bit at 317 if it gets down there. Just for a gain, 1 cent gain on the last bit of these shares. Not a huge gain, but can't expect much right now. Okay, bidder came in 321 and went away. Got a 10K bidder 320. Okay, 320 got hit. They're stacking the ass now. Yeah, this is a very low float. This is low float. It's got the range on the daily, low float, decent volume. Big ass popped in there again. Another ass popped in.
10,
So I'm actually going to see if it holds 316. If it breaks below this amount. So they tried to kill it at 8:44 with 1 minute left in the 5, and then the buyers actually came back in. Okay, so the buyers came back in, back over 320. So if they could get this 5-minute candle to close over 320, and they've got about 20 seconds left, that'll be the key for it to push higher. They got it down to the point where it was getting ready to die, and the buyers came back in. So the buyers are holding this up for now. You saw I switched to 2,500. I almost averaged back in some, but didn't pull the trigger fast enough. And that will be playing around a core. I got a position open, adding back to a position, and then we'll be scaling the position as we go higher. DTSS just had news. DTSS enters into $22.3 million purchase agreement to provide 5G messaging services. So that's DTSS. That's the former runner low float. I'm not going to pull it up just because I'm watching ILAG. So ILAG did close the 5-minute over. He's through 325 now. So 324. Do I dare average up through the wall? Probably not. Yeah, DTS is a very low float. Very, very low float. Oh, is it? Oh, their market cap. Yeah, their market cap is 53 million. Gotcha. I was going to say, their float is not 53 million. There's no way. So we got up to the point. We closed over 320. Didn't even matter. We're back under 320 now with 2 large asks again. And I'm taking it out. 2022 breakout right here. So now it'll probably pull down, go to a level that looks like it's probably done, and then it'll go higher. But logically, if you get this 3 bar, this candle closes over 320, this will be the candle that pushes, and it didn't. But they did scoop it up again, put a few bids back in. Interesting. So they wanted to flush it out all the way back down to 315, even though it closed over 320, was testing 325. Yep, 2022 move. Yeah, I don't like these candles. These candles are not normal moving candles, especially on a volume breakout. Close over the level it needed to close over and then come back all the way down to 315. No reason for that. Just to screw both sides. They want to, make shorts think, okay, this is failing, and hammer it back up. They want to make bulls think, okay, this is breaking 325 and smash it down. We are in the market of screw as many people as possible, but you got to take your gains really fast. So as you saw, I had 314, 315, maybe even 316, and I was scaling at 320, 321 because that is a huge move right now. And you see, the end result, it went 3 or 4 cents higher than where I was scaling out, and that's it. We got the festival music out. So volume has completely dried off. Complete red volume on this 5-minute candle now. DTSS. Had that first spike to 3, all the way back down to 240s now.
TRX.
Giving it one more shot here. Risk 2 cents. So we need to break through 320 and then go back up towards that 325 test. Okay.
GOGL.
I'm back out for even because it did not even move on the break of 320. I thought I was lagging there for a second. It was so slow. So now that we close here, I expect the next candle to pull down. Unless, I mean, it hammers up in the last 5 seconds, which the volume says otherwise. Okay, so we've now closed under 320 after closing over 320. Wow. A case of where did the volume go? We had, oh my God. I really don't like these buttons. We had 500K volume on the 5-minute right here. And then it just died off and died off. Oh well. You know, even if the market's slow, we got the tunes going. We got the tunes, so. Give music, it makes it entertaining. And at least I can give the play-by-play of what's happening and what's not happening. Even though things aren't really breaking out. I don't really like that trend.
AUY.
I guess. And this can absolutely still break out. It's just not breaking out how things have broken out over the past 6 years. It's more of like a fake up, fake down, fake up, fake down until it finally decides the direction. But we do have multiple daily setups that we've been talking about. REVB, IINN, PETZ, PETZ.
SCRE.
What else were we talking about? SIGA, Veru. A lot of things with potential today. It's just, can that potential actually form into some positive price action for breakouts?
ADN.
Usually about, I've noticed 10% of setups have been working, if I've calculated that correctly. So if you got a good setup, there's probably about 10% chance it's going to break out and continue in the way that you would expect it to continue. So are you feeling lucky today is the question. Where did the volume go on this stock? I'm about to flip off of it for a second just to see what else is moving. So QD has came down to 180 level. So sorry, I got really loud there for some reason. What the hell? To the 180 level and holding sideways. That one had news, but it wasn't like phenomenal news, or it didn't read phenomenal at least. They have a food progress report. It's Chinese stock though. and then ADN is the other one up today specifically. Yeah, if I like sideways still open, it might have the breakout after. It'll probably have this type of move to like, okay, this is set up, this is flagging in pre-market just like it did here, and then a huge knife to where it just traps, never goes 1 cent lower, and continues up. Like, it won't hold this pattern. There's no way. No way it holds this pattern. It'll come down to here or something, and then loop-de-loop back up to the high of day. You know it's true, Gerard. You know it's true. The old loop-de-loop. ADN trying to push higher, 336, 337.
4,
Watching it on my other chart while I have eye lag up on the screen share. It's at 338 now. Getting decent volume. It's a little bit heavier one though. Definitely looks heavier than eye lag. TANH is still up. That one had earnings this morning.
ADN.
There's ADN. So it had the initial volume spike through 335 and went to like 337, slowed down, didn't do anything, and then now it's getting a big spike. So it's at 346, 347. So I did a quick scalp on it down there. I'll show you on the 1 minute what I was trading. Where was it? This candle probably. So when I was trading it, it went through 335, went to 338, and then came all the way back down to 332. So it went through the breakout and then all the way back down. So I got out for pretty much even. I made 50 bucks on it. And then randomly a 400K stick comes through. And that was one of those scenarios like I was talking about in the video yesterday. Play it on the 1 minute, you're playing on a quick spike, you're playing on a scalp. You're not really playing for the day trade, you're just playing for candles. We'll hit up some Wordle after 9 a.m. So that was almost a 350 test. It went to 349. So 349 test, wicked off a little bit. This is just the 1 minute, so we can move back to the 5. Overall, the 5 minute, I mean, it was a wiki mess here, but it finally is pushing through this level. About 2 minutes till the 9 a.m. news. So ILAG doing as expected. It had a red candle down to 310, but now it's hammering a little. Man, ADN looks strong all of a sudden. It was wiki, weak, wiki, and then pushing through now.
GNLN 10
TA and H with a little more volume, back up to 33. SPY with a little volume, back above 388.
RGLS
Okay, here comes the 9 a.m. news.
ADN PHT
ADM, what is this song? ZKIN got a first $5 million bid to supply stainless steel pipes. CEI got a update on a patent.
PBR CEI
This is a better jam. That's a short song though. Wow. So ADN just after it pushed through and wicked back down, it has been pretty much straight up on the 1 minute. It had to get some people out right here on this candle,
TENX
including me.
USOI
So now back down at a 350 test. TAN-H still flagging a little bit here. ILAG still set up. Rev B, INN, PETs, daily setups. EVFM and Redbox are dip buy watches today based on the daily. I would watch it towards the end of the day, see kind of where the daily is closing at, but
EJH BLND
big upper wick there on ADN. This candle is now red.
ATUS
So as I was talking about on the video that I made yesterday, when a move gets overextended and it kind of extends up from the 5-minute chart, see how this is kind of just floating in the black space here. You can move back to the 1 minute and kind of see more of what's happening in the micro space. So it is moving higher, but you see selling pressure here coming down towards the 9 on the 1, even though it kind of looks like it's floating in space on the 5-minute.
MTEK
Okay, held a 9 on the 1 so far, back up to 354, 355. Man, it's getting good volume. What is this? Really don't want to chase high of day. Like, what am I thinking? But, I mean, the action, the price action on this so far looks smooth. Missed it.
MGNI
Somebody put a 45K bid in. $35K,
Snap
32K, 30K. Are they going to smash this whole thing before it goes? 25K, 20, 18. So they just smashed a 45K bid right there. Without hardly any buys on the ask. So some happy, I guess, bulls got out there. They took their profits and moved on.
10.
It's still holding up so far, though. I'm honestly surprised.
NCLH BBBY CGCSOXL MAGC SILGCHL DNLTR NKLYST Hood Open LABU.
Couldn't even go more than 2 cents. Just scalped that for nothing, in and out. Was playing for the move higher, and it wicked back below. I'm playing right now with the scalp mentality since we're at high of day. Like, I buy 360, looking for a push through 360, 365, 366, 367, towards 370. Not 362, refresh, add a new ask, smash through the bid. Like, I don't want that. I'm not looking for that when I'm trading near high of day. Now, if I'm looking to buy, support, that's a whole different story. If you're trying to buy high of day in a breakthrough, you got to buy it for that breakthrough. And if that move doesn't happen, you cut it and you look to buy again at an actual support level. So double bottom on the 1, 355, back up to 360 again. So that 360 break might have been the entry. Nope. A lot of selling pressure still, 360. I wouldn't be surprised if this 1 minute ends red.
SY
The bulls are still here, back over 360. So new high day by 1 cent. Refresh, ask, walk down. Huge upper wick now. So the shorts are super confident right here. Just keep adding with size.
CGRN
And this thing's got decent volume. I mean, they could get squeezed here, but they are just attacking. Anything over 360, they're hitting the bid. And they're starting to win now. They got 362, 363 average, maybe 361. Now they're up a few cents. They can just screw around, throw some asks up.
GOGL
And then the bulls that bought through the 360 break are now trapped. Underneath 355, 356, this thing's done for now, short term at least. That's the bid support you're looking at, though. So 20K there, 19.
SJT
15. He's slowly getting chipped away. Now, if for some reason he gets added to back up to 25, 30, 35, then it might be decent. It might hold. But if they just sit there and let him get chipped, it's going to get eaten. Okay, so there's a third bid in now. That one's gone. 356. It's only got 10K left on it. That one's gone. And now 355 is the only savior left. They're stacking 356 ask, 10K, 8, and underneath. So there's that. Can this pull the 2022 trap move? Absolutely. Do I want to be a part of it? Absolutely not. I hope this helps when I, go through my thought process of what's happening on the level 2. See, here we go. There we go. So that was the play ending normally, but it pulled the 2022 trap move. Went below, broke below all the bid support, looked as bad as it possibly could, and then they pushed it up. So they screwed shorts that tried to sell through 355 and 356, and then the bulls probably stopped out as well on those levels, and they just trapping both sides. So now they're enticing bulls to enter back in because you're like, okay, actually it held. USEA offering, if anybody was in that.
USEA.
26 million offering, 325. USEA. So that was the runner from the past couple days. Goodbye, friend.
XELA. OCGN.
So ADN was a fake out again. So fake breakdown, fake break up, and then breakdown again. So were they trapping more bulls? I don't know. But the action's starting to get quite ugly up here near 360. The overall 5-minute, you can't really tell a whole lot of what's going on. See, as it's extended up, it just looks like, rejected 360 and pulling down. But if you're watching the 1-minute, you could see the closer action of every time it goes through 360, gets smacked down. It recovered to 360, trapped more bulls in here, and got smacked down again. So just as we were confident in buying the dip in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and early 2021, now shorts are very confident in just shorting the top, shorting the breakout, because that's like a dip buy to them. In the bear market, they got the upper hand at all times for the most part. You will get some breakouts, but it's honestly more advantageous right now for a short to just continue averaging up because things aren't really breaking out.
BLND, FOMI.
No squeeze, please. What are you talking about? On which one? USEA, are you talking about? The classic offering squeeze?
USEA.
Oh, ADN. And it's on the trap again. So this is the third trap. So it trapped the shorts, trapped the longs again, trapped the shorts again, and now it's coming back up to 360 again. Never went lower here. So this kind of looks like the trap move for the shorts though. Big red candle, low of the, level here, and then no candle goes lower. So this may be the true breakout level. We'll see. This is usually something that I do not like trading though.
VIPs.
SPY it open. It gapped up, and in the history of SPY, when it gaps up, it does like to try to fill that gap down. There's a program candle that I see at 8 a.m. down to 386.90. So maybe a pullback to 387 at first. Maybe it tries to fill the gap down, but overall, I mean, it looks okay strong today unless something comes out.
DM.
But SPY is gapped up. From this level, you would think it would want to at least test 390.
GNLN.
Yeah, feels like distribution up here. Absolutely. But yeah, SPY, I mean, it's coming up on the channel test, 390 test, the 50 SMA test. A lot of things going on the daily of SPY. Thanks for the question, though, Rivera. I think that overall, I mean, it does have the gap to fill, and you know the bears are still like getting triggered that this is even up right now. They're wondering why it's not at 350 already. But it could push high. It kind of looks weird the way it's set up right now. You really don't want to see the massive boner to open, though, because if it massive boners to 390, then those have been selling off lately. So you get the huge push at open, and then it gets just sold off and ends up selling down. Bullish option sentiment into Friday. Wow. For the first time in probably a long time, right? The channel that's been forming all year long is getting ready to come into test here. Since March, oh my gosh. If this truly is the bottom for some reason, somehow, all the people posting the 2008 charts on Twitter every single day of their lives and saying, oh my God, look at how this candle formed compared to this 2008 candle that formed. Like, they're going to be so triggered. They're going to lose their mind if we don't absolutely collapse into the depths of recession. Not saying that is the bottom, but if it is the bottom, those who have been calling for the end of time are going to lose their mind. They're just going to short circuit. But Michael Burry said, we're going to zero. You know, it's no. Just stop.
XELA.
Yeah. Yep. A lot revolving around the FOMC. Absolutely.
CRXT.
I would think that 75 is priced in by now. They've been talking about 75 forever. So if for some reason it's 1, then maybe we get some downside. But if it's 75, I mean, that's known. Give us the bull market run of August. Never seen that before. All right, let's get in some Wordle real quick before the day gets going. All right, we got to start it out with stock. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So, is it Flock? I'm the best Wordle player alive. I don't know what to tell y'all. I do not know what to tell y'all, but I guess I'm the best Wordle player to live. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting out of this. 1, 2, done. Clock out for the day. Wordle has been beaten. Easy peasy. Has anybody ever gotten 2 think I got 2 one time before. I got super lucky, but wow. Stock finally paid off. Wow. Well, there's that. That took all of 20 seconds. You dusted the old broker off. I hope pennies are set to come back. I really, really do. No, what's that? Global? What's that? I played GeoGuessr, if that's what you're talking about. Is it GeoGuessr? Is that something different?
Dave. BMRA.
You have to guess mystery country. Okay. Yeah, I played GeoGuessr, which is like Google Maps, the street view. It'll put you to some random place in the world, and you have to guess where it's at. So ADN still up. Now it's starting to look like it's flagging a bit on the 5-minute. Eye lag, trying to pull the ugliest open possible so it can squeeze, hopefully. Cross our fingers, hopefully.
SJT.
No, I've never played that before for Nerk.
CPG. HTGM. SDSDFD. WTI. CUSA.
So QD pushing back up, testing VWAP here. iLag still up, still in play. TANH had earnings still in play, and then ADN flagging as well. A couple daily setups we're looking at: RevB, IINN, Pet, Siga, and Veru. I'm gonna go feed the dogs. I'll be back within 2-3 minutes, maybe a little less.
LABU. Adil. Seco. GOED. CSCW. GOGL. TTCF. ADN, TWOU, USOI. RGLS, STAB, NKLA. RGLS, NR. WTRA.
All right, let's get it. What's up, JD? Good morning.
WAT. QD.
Got our opening scanners up. We are ready to roll. ADN trying to push through this level before open. You don't want to see that, really. Yo, Jesus, what's up? Welcome. Good morning. You found something on TradeStation you never knew we had? Okay. What's that? Classic. Pointer tracking. Interesting. So ILAG, we looking for a dip, to around 295 level. Tan H, you want to see hold 30. ADN, you want to see hold roughly 340, maybe 335. Got about 1 minute to the bell. So what exactly does that mean, JD? Pointer tracking. Okay morning so far. We got a 64% mover in QD. ADN's been moving higher. ILAG's been moving higher. Okay, I gotcha. So it kind of syncs everything together. All right, we're open. I'm probably gonna give it a few minutes to see how things set up.
SGFY, BRLT, ILAG.
Wow, iLag already trying to bounce. Went down to 302 for just a second and then bounced. I was gonna take an entry low threes and it hit it for like half a second and ripped through to 330. Oh my gosh, 340s now. Look at iLag here. It dipped for 10 seconds and ripped. Hey, I'm not chasing it up here. Absolutely not.
CNEY, DPST, MGIC, FNGO, RMAB, Real, ACO, TRVG, Riot, FLYU, ILAG, URG,
Mara and Riot on the scanner.
PHX, CUK,
Bitcoin is up today. It's at 22.2.
CCL, Mesa, HKD,
So maybe watch the Bitcoin miners today that are cheap. Mara straight up out the gate, 915. Riot up to 620. Oh, yep, that's it. Hut is up. Like basically all of them gapped up a little bit, but Mara is like running out the gate. Go back to look at our daily setups. Rev B has a 10-cent spread. Looks bad right now. INNN, red candle at the gate. Pets hanging around, not doing a whole lot here. iLag still trying to push. Really hate that I missed that lower end because in this market I do not want to chase up here at 350. So let's see, ADN pulling back to this level here around 335. I'd rather see it bounce first or start to bounce first or start to hold first before just guessing that it's going to bounce here. TANH 335. Somebody pick that up. UBOT, HUYA, RIGZAFYP, ADXFY, NRT. QD pushing, trying to push through VWAP here up to 197. HIBL, Graph, CKPT, 40K better, 195. MOXC, Site, BPT, SIBN, GSV. DATS, MCHX. So struggling right there. QD trying to get through VWAP, trying to get through $2 range. Pre-market high was 243. FTFT, AMZA, GRNQ, 10. iLag continues straight up. So this is a scenario where you would go to the 1 minute, and even the 1 minute's extremely extended. They pulled it down right at open, and then hammered it up so quickly that you'd have had to either hold through open or just buy it at open. There was really no chance to buy that dip quickly. So Tan H, if you like trading 36-cent stocks, is pushing higher. QD rejecting the VWAP and 2 level now.
CNF, Gravel, BNKU, LILMCF, GLDG, CDZI, OSW, CMRE, ILAG, ORO, INLPN, AWMX.
So there's a little pullback on ILAG. Pulling back under 350 to 340s.
TAVM, TAM, XGN, RFI, DATS, WKME, BTCM, JRNY, MRNS, BKKTQTNT, PROC, Joby, Arrow, ADN.
ILAG with the bounce off the 9 on the 1, 340 level. Back up to 360 now.
AMZA, IBET, ILAGR, HUYA, OPRT,
Veru with the bounce from 1650 level.
XGN,
Almost pulled the trigger at like 1670 and just barely missed it. It bounced back up to 1690 already.
UFAB, LMDX, PAVM, EMWP, GTBP,
So Veru over 17 now. Man, just missed that entry on Veru. You got 1671. That's amazing. I was watching it come down to see if it broke through the 1660 level. And as soon as it hit 1660, it was back at 1680.
CPSS, MSGM, STK, MSB,
So ADN, bear flagging, going lower now. Breaking through the 20 on the 5. Breaking through VWAP like they don't exist.
SUNW,
ILAG still continuing to push higher. 375 level now.
Crit, RFIL,
Veru 1720.
SEF, NOAA, EURL, BTBT,
Only filled 100 shares.
SYFA, 10,
I was trying to get right here, missed it. Ended up having to chase 1690s, and I got filled 100 shares. ILAG still testing 375 here.
USEG, RJZ, STEM, COPX, ALPP, RGLS, EURN, Billy, INSW, CST, BCX, IQ, SNCR,
Oh, you did not just do that.
ILAG, ABNW, RIDE, SESM, MDN,
Half of my matrix literally just disappeared
Chris,
into the void.
SUNL, SNCR, PLG, SEV, TGB, GHS, NTZ, 10,
TradeStation is good sometimes, and sometimes it is so bad.
EMWBT, ELBM,
Yeah, I've tried that before. Once it does that, it completely just sucks it into the void, and I can't get it back.
GMZ, RFIL, Glock,
So annoying.
IBEX,
So frustrating.
ETL.
So I'm resetting right now.
Poet. ILAG. Z Lab. 10. MCI. Mule.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but when the bar comes off of it and I'll right click to hit dock back again, it just docks it literally to another screen that does not exist. Nope. Not once it does what it just did. It's completely messed up. Yeah, it goes to floating, and then I dock it back, and it completely docks it somewhere else. So the tray bar is technically on, but it's on somewhere else. Okay, no thanks on this song, sorry.
EOLS. SKYX. AUTL.
Okay, where was I?
BTN. DMTK. ILAG. SRTS. SYNL. FFHL. WIMI. Village. MTW.
FFHL enters into agreement and plan of merger. It's halting up right now. FFHL.
GTBP. BCH.
Couldn't get an entry. Here's ADN. Let me pull everything back up now. Sorry, guys. I couldn't save the workspace what I had before because if I'd have saved it, it would have saved this somewhere else. So. 10H. ILAG.
EMWP.
SPY still green. ADN is coming down to a specific level from pre-market through 25.
MOSG. EDAP. SPPI. YGMZ.
Veru had a push to 1737 and came back down and got my stop at 17, filled at 16.95, so I made a total of $2 on Veru on that massive fake out breakout. So ADN still with big selling pressure, does not want to go any higher. 10H penny is still pushing. ILAG getting wicky up here near 4, but still trying to push through.
YVR. LGAG. BEDU. LMPX.
So ILAG 393 now.
IPWR. FMQQ. GSWLPA.
Very volatile up here near 390.
NBNO. FDMT. SEAC. N. DMS.
So the IINN daily setup's looking bad. The PET's daily setup's looking bad. The RevB daily setup's not moving at all. Veru pushed up through and rejected very hard. SIGA, every daily setup that we had to watch this morning is at this moment failing as hard as one could fail. EVFM little bounce. So if you look on the daily, it is holding the 50 SMA. Whoever I was talking to about that earlier, I think it was Discipline. EVFM is holding the 50 on the daily for now, but there's still a whole lot of day left.
LRNZ. DLPN.
Redbox trying to have a green day right now off of 419, 420.
ILAG. DDL. QFIN. ISEM, NCTY, AMJ, LGHL, IMBT, MP,
KSCP and CRTD just had fluffy looking PRs.
10, KEQU, DLNG, FCG, SIBN, BLZ, TISI, MTAMZA, Body, MET, BTBT, B, IXHL, MTR, BTMD, IMPP, NOAA.
Not really seeing a whole lot, guys. Not a whole lot's happening right now. iLag made the push, but it's kind of rejecting off the 4 level.
FTCI, UBR, BTB, DDL, YY, ATAC, HTGM, GTEC, 10,
ADN trying to curl from maybe the demand zone.
HUYA,
Chart really doesn't make a whole lot of sense here.
Sun, Joby, LGHL,
Maybe the 15-minute if it closes over the 9. Everything on my watch list is red right now that I've been watching. Yeah, Veru, they pushed it down again and held it up.
Bits, ACHV, SOS,
iLag trying to reject really hard off of 395 high of day level.
SNCR, SIBN, BTMD, GNE, WEBL, AUBI, NCTY, FLCH, OXBR, 10, SPWR,
So watching this level on ADN to hold, 325 level.
FINX, Chow, RBNC, 10, TAR, VORB,
TANH, the penny stock, still trying to push higher. Pushing up towards 40 now. It held 30 at open.
HNNA,
Held 32 level and is pushing straight up now.
MSPR, CLXT, XBIT, ILAG,
iLag's trying to round the top a little bit. Veru back down to 1660 again, so it's trying to trap both sides and make people lose as much money as possible before it actually moves, looks like.
10, A, C's,
Alt, ALT moving.
EBL,
Alt had a no news. Okay, cool. Cool. Alt, no news, but ripping.
Alt, AEHL, DDL, GLBS, Kelia,
Hold on one second.
NTWK, ILAG, HTOL, Pola, Away, FNGO, YTEN, CRMD, LRNZ, HEPA, HNNA, CLXT, Freight Plus, SAN,
Okay.
ASA, EXPR. BTMD. Psi. SRTS. Lazy. ILAG. YGMZ. LILM, QSI.
Pets with a little bit of action, just a couple taps. PETZ, we were talking about that one, has a daily setup. Alt still moving higher. ALT, TANH through 40 now.
ICLK. RYTM. BLTA plus. UROY. CLSN.
TANH just straight up today. I haven't been trying these cheap pennies because they've been popping and then fading like almost back to the beginning of the day, so haven't even been trying them.
DLAG. VZLA, NISN, FFHL.
FFHL open. It halted a minute ago after it got a PR.
COMAP, ARKF. FFHL 10.
Very, very, very wiki one.
TLSA, WRND, BLBX, Sol, NRT. 10. LRNZ.
I like to see pets get through 280. It's very low volume right now, but I got the chart up at least. 10H straight up. Absolute straight up. Haven't even tried to touch it. I usually don't like pennies in this range, but it's surprisingly showing some really good strength.
HNNA, EDAP.
ILAG has pulled back a little bit. Could not get through the 4 level.
GRNQ 10. SKYX. AAOI. ILAG.
Can't tell if this is a bear flag or consolidation on ILAG, but it's holding over the 20 on the 1.
SNPX.
So this could potentially move higher here. If not, it is a bear flag and it would push lower.
SMSI.
Pet's still getting a couple taps, coming up on 280 now.
Barbecue.
That's the only one of the daily setups that I see is getting positive action right now. Is PETZ. I'm using a Got Milk. I'm using Trade Station. That's my broker.
IIIV. Shim. ILAG.
MRE over 185. Okay, we'll watch it.
NG. Whoop. CPUH plus. ILAG.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, this one's slow, low volume, but you're right. The daily, I think I've seen this daily.
GSV.
Yeah, it's got some room.
BBAR.
It's got some room. ILAG. Okay, so it did do the consolidation move on the 1. So instead of being a true bear flag, it boxed it up, and now it's pushing high of day here, 391, 392.
Theo. Grapple.
Coming up on $4 now. It's been a while since we've seen something like this push higher. Wow, 411 now. Not bad. This looks more like a bull market setup.
SFYX, BATL. KFFB, DLPN, LGBN.
Well, I was gonna grab a Dr. Pepper, but I don't have one in the mini fridge in here, so I'll just wait till after stream.
LEDs.
But yeah, that's big overall for small cap runners. This is a bearish pattern in a bear market, and it broke out to the bull side. So that's good. It's great.
ILAG.
And this is just the 1 minute chart. So it's holding up on the 1 minute.
VLTA plus. ILAG. ASTC.
Bear is still with them. Ugly action. Rev B never failed out, but it's not getting any volume yet. It's kind of like pets. It's very low volume.
CGRN. TCHI. EDAF. ALLG, TRX, BXSL. Rear. GOCO. Load. ILAG. 10. GMVD. ILAG.
I'm honestly so shocked at this move on ILAG. I do not want to take it. Oh, ADN. That's actually one I forgot about. Let me pull it up on the other screen here.
CGA.
Yeah, ADN with the trap looking move now. Went lower and then they got a volume candle into it. So it was looking like a full fail, went down to 322 and then got a green stick off of it. So maybe now's the time for it to push back higher.
INTT. WKSALLG. KEQU. BIBI. CBD. BTCS. QD. MBIN. LCG.
So ILAG's been the best mover of the day. Veru's super choppy, trying to go higher, but it just can't. Keep pets eyeing in and Rev B on watch. EVFM, watch that to close over the daily 50. TANH, this is probably the top on this run. Pennies usually just run and then give up. That's why I didn't even try to play it. ILAG though, I mean, it has a lot of range on the daily. I don't know how long it's going to run for because it's not really got a specific reason to be up. It's just up because it's up.
LCFY.
It sold off from $20 to $2, so it's just having its bounce day. I wouldn't get married to it. Just play the action, play the price, play the volume, but don't get married to it. Don't think this is going to go back to 20 bucks.
Mile.
I like flagging right here on the 1 minute. I don't have enough confidence and trust in the market to try to play a flag this high up, but if these things start showing me that, hey, this is going to continue, like things are continuing, things are getting volume, bulls are pushing through, then, I mean, we can get some confidence back in, kind of push the gas pedal back down and get things moving again.
CORRA. LFT.
But we have made it to 10 a.m., so I'm going to call it here. I appreciate everybody that showed up today. Thanks for all the views. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for, contributing to the chat, because when you guys ask me questions, that gives me something to go over. That gives me something to talk about. Thanks for hanging out with me on Monday morning. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you back here. Oh, you're up 13% on a Monday. That's great. Good job, Jonathan. But I will see you back here tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Peace.